Rowing Club. On the right of your screen, Upper Thames on the top of your screen.
Yeah, we talk about it quiet, but Upper Thames preparing to go past their club in a few minutes. I bet we'll hear some noise there.
Off the start cleanly along the island. It's going to be so quiet for them. They're going to hear just the sound of those oars moving in and out of the water. And a great spirit to start there from Upper Thames on the top of your screen.
Yeah, this is Upper Thames's top crew, isn't it? And look at them, they have been training on this water. They know it like the back of their hands. They'll have been working in this circulation pattern for the last 3 or 4 weeks, and so they will have been rehearsing this. Nottingham, of course, yesterday I umpired that race, and we saw that they got, oh no, actually I commentated on it, Jeff, I don't know what I'm doing, but the crew, they were racing, hit the booms just about this stage.
Yeah, these crews, you know, the first race is down was yesterday. They're getting used to that course. You can't get used to that course if that's going to be your last race. So you have to make sure you do a clean race down this course, finish first to qualify for the next day. It's knockout.
Yeah, and you can see there now the Nottingham stroke man who's making sure that he is in the right place, just looking over, wondering where that Upper Thames stroke, and just a little bit of wash there that they're having to contend with. A few people trying to get to places this morning.
Yeah, indeed, but look, Upper Thames, on top of your screen there in the Berkshire station, have just zipped out. They've got broken clear, I'd say. Relaxed, loose rowing. Lovely shot of them there, in control.
Yeah, Upper Thames were incredibly fast yesterday. Also, the Canadian crew we watched, the Calgary crew, they were quicker in the early parts of the race. But Upper Thames, they put a really strong marker in their heat, and then look, they've gone out again to make a strong marker in this round.
Definitely up there as one of the contenders for this Wyfold race, aren't they, Sarah? As they're approaching the barrier, they're not letting up right now. What would you do in this situation? You're beating a crew that came through qualifiers, Nottingham, who's giving a spirited race yesterday. What's that mentality going through that first 500 metres for this Upper Thames crew?
I think you just have to really concentrate, and you have to practice what you're rehearsing. We talked about getting used to the course. You know, there is nothing like sitting next to a crew, even though you've been training every day, and the umpire saying go. So you have to rehearse and practice and practice and practice what you're going to do and what's going to take you through next rounds. They won't be backing off at all at this point. This is absolutely their best effort. We might see later on down the course that they come back off a bit and want to save their legs, but right now they're in race mode, they're practicing.
They certainly are. Then Upper Thames, their backs come towards us, racing down to the finish line here. We are situated pretty much in the middle of the river, Sarah and I, on the finish line, watching these crews come down towards us, and right now they know they're in control. They've got a few lengths, they've almost done the hard work. It's keeping your heads, keeping calm. You've still got to cross that finish line in first. We saw yesterday lots of stuff can happen down this course.
Yeah, and you really need to make sure at this point, actually, when you get ahead, that you arm in the right part. You can see the Upper Thames boat, it is drifting away into the centre of the river. That's what they will do in training. You just use, you know, the part of the river that's available. So they need to get themselves back onto the booms. I'm sure the umpire will be keeping a close eye because, as you say, this Nottingham, this qualification crew, they've come through a round. They are going to be in it. They're going to be fighting all the way.
Look how flat that water is, Sarah. Great rowing conditions.
And just looking there, it is actually the Nottingham crew that's come away from the Buckingham side. So you can see that they're in the middle of the water, and actually they've taken themselves back to where they should be, where their station is. So they're really managing their boat well now.
Middle of the course here. It's a bit quieter. See how far away you are from the actual bank, from the crowd and supporters. It's a moment to really gather your thoughts and dig in. What are that Nottingham crew going to be thinking now?
This Nottingham crew, where you saw the stroke man look out, you'll be wondering actually what the distance is. You know, where are they? Are we pushing? Is it working? Have they gone off too far? Because you need to be in your rhythm and make sure you can go as fast as you can and hold your boat speed. We can't, you know, you can't affect now the Upper Thames crew. They have to make sure that they're doing what they've done, what they've practiced in Nottingham on their 2,000 metre course and on their river Trent. And you look now, you can see that as they're pushing on, you can see that bowman is indeed wondering where they are. Are we coming back to them? Have they done too much too early?
And look around by Christopher Finch there in the bow seat. They're looking relaxed. They're looking like they're rowing very well. They're just meeting a faster crew here, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and as we kind of suggested, we saw that the Upper Thames crew, they went right out fast for that first marker, and now actually right past their club here, Upper Thames. they are at a lower rate. You can see that they have on their feet, they're keeping the length, but they're allowing this crew at this point to come back to them. They're saving their legs, they're thinking that they've done the work early on. Nottingham, of course, will be holding into this and making sure that if they get back in contention, that they can take advantage of any chance they get.
And this is a very experienced Thames crew you're looking at here. Several Henley medals already in this boat, rowing at different clubs. Stephen Griffiths in the 3-seat. He's won the Thames Cup for Thames in 2018, and Tim Grant in Strokes, he's actually won the Temple Cup. So they know what it takes to win on this course, and it looks like a confident, calm, relaxed row by this Upper Thames crew.
And we've talked about the power of Oxford Brookes, and some of these athletes have come through Oxford Brookes, and it's great to see that learning happen in that an amazing system that Henry Belhawich and Richard Spratley at the moment are running, and then they're bringing it out into the clubs, and this is the result. Some fantastic club rowing.
Absolutely, you can't row for your university forever and ever, so it's great to see these huge programs producing these athletes going on to support clubs like Upper Thames, and right now they're putting on a great show. Shot of Nottingham there, still keeping that rate high. When we talk about rates, how many strokes they're taking in a minute, you can see it's a little bit busier, it's a little bit faster than when we pan to that Upper Thames crew, but nice rowing by this crew.
They really are gelled well together, aren't they? You can see again they're just having a small amount of problems with the steering. I think having seen the crew they raced like yesterday catch the booms on that station, they are avoiding the booms, and that can, you know, play in your mind as a steers man or woman. This is steered by one of the men in the boat. They've got the steering rudder on their foot, and so they will be managing their boat. The umpire won't worry about this, because once a boat is behind, they can't interfere or at this point foul with the other crew, which means they hit boat blades or oars, and so they will allow them to go where they want as long as it's safe and fair.
A spirited push there by Nottingham as they're coming down the enclosures. The crowds are clapping them on as early wakers arrive in stewards, but look at this, it was a great display of rowing. They got out hard, they got out fast. Upper Thames, one of the favourites for this event towards the end of the week. Keep your eyes on this crew.
Yeah, another fast start for this Upper Thames crew, and when you're side-by-side racing, that is such a weapon to bring out.
That's a win in the Wyfold Challenge Cup at Upper Thames Rowing Club over Nottingham Rowing Club. They'll be racing the winners of Molesey Hanover. We'll find out who that is later on in the day.